Welcome to USL Live, Season 21, Week 4 preview. I'm here today with Eric and our special guest. Yeah.
Hi.
How you guys doing today?
Good.
Good, how are you?
Not bad. So let's just jump right into it. I gotta go a couple minutes, 20 minutes. So let's start with Hellcats versus FUP. Any guys want to take the reins first?
Yeah. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, so Hellcats versus FUP. I hope that Hellcats is really. I heard they won an SB, yesterday, so that's pretty good. I just want to shout that out.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I was told. So, so if that's the case, then they're actually getting better, which is cool. But I do hear that there is some dissension within the ranks between a particular group of players at Hellcats. Not gonna get too specific on that. They might have some internal drama happening right now, and some people may be splitting off next season, from what I've been told.
Interesting. I will just comment on that one thing. It was Iron Personal Medding SV NTing for Hellcats that kind of won them. However, Renal did pop off in that SB. He was like rank 1, and they won by like 30. So shout out to them.
Mix?
They beat FUP.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't think that has any bearing on the match going forward, but good for them getting a win in, even if it is with, Iron, the best medic in the league right now in SV.
Hey, a win's a win. We got to take them where we can get them. It's the morale victories.
W's in the chat. So let's get into the actual game here. Do you think first question, it's been the drama on USL chat today. Do you think it's 8s, or do you think they go 12s because Bax is on FUP?
They go 10s or 12s because Bax is on FUP.
Yeah, I think so too. Nuno was arguing about it, saying they're only going to go 8s. They believe that they only ever go 8s, so they can't win. But they're gonna. Bax is gonna PM that dude, and it's gonna be 10s or 12s. But what do you guys think the score is going to be around?
Last time it was 181 to 46, but that was again with like 10s or 12s, however many they went. So if it's and Kaiser's Pass. Now that the correct bombs map is up and there's actually some space in between the DSs, I see this being a slower pace. Still 100 plus kills for FUP, but I give Hellcats like 20 to 30.
Yeah, I was going to say something around the same, about 135 to like 35.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe a little bit lower. I was thinking maybe like 110 to 30 or something like that, just because Renal is obsessed with going north. And if you go north on Bomb's map and the other team goes south, that's quite a bit of time to catch up to them. If they go up to, the gold building, or if it's weed now, I don't remember, but the one like central mid, they could waste a lot of time up there. So, and it's a little bit harder to base rape with all the rocks, so we'll see how it goes, but I do think it's still going to be, an 80, 90 point game. Any standouts for you guys?
No.
Just Renal for Hellcats. I mean, he's leading and he's playing AT. He's got a little bit of lag going along with Raekwon and Baza, so I look for him to at least clip some people up.
Yep, he's got that Canadian lag. Do you think Kevin gets 35 kills or 37 kills again?
No. I don't think he's going to get that money. I think he'll still put up at least 20 plus, but I don't think he's going to hit 35.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think ER will actually be squad joined this time, so stats will count. But yeah, I see ER getting pretty close to 30 and Kevin somewhere 25 to 30. And then if SV plays, he could pop off, but I don't see anybody else really going crazy. Splitto's probably going to be 15 to 20, somewhere in there. Everybody else I don't really think goes that far. And what do you guys think about the new recruit for FUP, Versifier? That's a 3K werewolf, right? Furry?
My old arch enemy.
Eric has a lot to say. I'm gonna let him speak on this.
Nah. It's it's a good pickup. I mean, he's active, so that helps him with squad battling. And if he unfades, he could actually make it into the starting lineup over like Uni. In my personal opinion.
I always thought he was a pretty good player. I mean, he's kind of a big weirdo, but play-wise, he's always been pretty good. You can tell he mouses. He's very aggressive, too, so I don't know how his style will fit with FUP because I think he wants to push. Even in pub, I think he's just always kind of holding that W key, so we'll see what's going on with that. But other than that, I don't really have anything else to say about this matchup. Do you guys?
No.
All right, let's go to the next matchup. Both of the next I'm involved in, so I'll let you guys start with both. Let's do One Love first. One Love versus Deadweight.
All right. Well, One Love coming off a win over FUP. They won by what is that? 12. So I mean, and that was without Soul, without Kaga was there, but Soul wasn't there and Manu wasn't there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if those two show those two immediately go into the lineup over like BB and Tyson, and makes their roster much better. I see this being relatively close, kind of like the FUP and One Love match of last week. I think you guys with Fausto leading, if Ernie switches to LMG or Marine, you guys win. If he sticks to AT and lets Ghost Bomber do it, then yeah, kind of yikes. Because in the one scrim I've had this week, Ghost Bomber looked lost in the sauce, and I think I juked him like 4 or 5 times, and he had no idea what to do. That's not saying like I'm not degrading him or anything like that, but like I think it's something along the lines of he's not very familiar with the map, so he wasn't sure like what angles the other AT can get. But if you're gonna play AT and you're gonna do that scouting solo thing, you need to lock in on the enemy AT. Otherwise, they're just gonna get around you and get the better flank. So hopefully he kind of learned from that, and if he is AT, he can step up big for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I do see this one being, like I said, I give it to you guys, and I'm going to say roughly 52-44, you guys.
Pretty good. So, yeah, I don't want to see Ghost Bomber play AT anymore. I don't think he's got the experience to really run that class in the way it's meant to be played. If anything, put him on LMG, he'd probably do a little bit better. Or put Tyrael in. Tyrael's a pretty good LMG, I know that for sure. Also a pretty good Ripper as well. So I think that this is going to be somewhat a close match as well, but a lot of it's going to depend on who gets what side, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the maps in USL, sides determine, a lot. So I think Bomb's map is one of those maps where side advantage can give you, easily a 10, 12 kill advantage. So I think a lot of it will depend on that. As far as roster goes, these are pretty similar. They're pretty even in terms of like skill and stuff. I would probably say if everybody's playing to the top of their ability, One Love edges out Deadweight just a little bit, just in pure Marine power because you have Soul and Kaga. And they've been playing a long time together, and Deadweight you guys are like week 2, week 3 into like having your full roster together. So with that, I'm gonna say One Love wins 45-35.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think you guys are pretty spot on. There might be a surprise in for Deadweight this week. I think we might be able to play Brill. He did something with his internet. So I think Brill might fit in the 8 spot. It's either going to be Brill or Tyrael LMG. I haven't decided yet. It kind of depends on. We haven't been very active this week because I was busy and Foster was out of town. So we'll kind of see on Saturday or Sunday. But I think Brill might slide in if his lag is under control. I think Brill is a pretty underrated Marine and he knows what he's doing. And I think that's kind of what Deadweight has been lacking. After you get past the core 3 or 4, I think some people don't remember how to hold angles or what to do in that certain situations. And I think Brill, who's played, I think, just as much as any of us have, really, knows what to hold and everything. So if his lag is under control, I think Brill plays, and I think it's a pretty big upgrade just as far as game sense goes over some other players that we've played this season. So I think we win. But I wouldn't be surprised if One Love wins. We kind of need the win to get if we want to get 3rd or 2nd even, really. Although we could maybe not get 2nd. I don't know how it's going to shake out, but definitely to get 3rd or 2nd, we need this win. So I think we win by a battle and a half. somewhere in there. Maybe they push at the end. But I wouldn't be surprised if One Love won either. And also, who knows if Sol and Cog are going to show in Manu, because everybody loves the show against us and nobody else. So we'll see how it goes. All right, now on to the interesting one: Thugs versus Deadweight. Let me pull this thing up here.
We'll let you kick this off since we're both on Thugs.
Yep. Yeah, I can do that. I think it's going to be closer than the first one, I'll say that, unless it gets out of hand at the end. I think at halftime it will be a lot closer, I'll say that at least. Once it gets in the end, if we are down and we get desperate, you guys are going to win by a bigger margin than it probably looks like. In the SBs we had against you Monday, the first halves were competitive, and the second halves were blowouts. But we didn't have our ideal starting lineup, so we shift that around. I think we can keep it closer than people expect. I don't think we'll win. I think you guys will take the win. But I think we'll give you guys a good shot, and I think this will be kind of the lineup I play on Sunday will probably be what we go into the playoffs with. So I think this will be the best view of Deadweight people have seen this season. As far as score goes, I don't know. Probably 50s to 35, or it might get closer if we keep it close at the end. Somewhere in the 30s to 50s, or low 40s, low 50s, somewhere in there. Battle and a half, I see.
Okay. Josh?
Well, this is the week. This is the week that my squad disintegrates. And I'm going to tell you why. Marine is the most overpowered class in the game, and we're just not running enough of them.
Yeah. That's true.
Right.
Especially on Bomb's map, too, honestly, though.
Exactly. So we're going to have everything. We're probably going to have a sapper, maybe a ripper, a nader, and just no Marines. And because of that, I predict the score to be 100-0. Deadweight, 100-0, easy clap. Saw cuts off Iron's head in rage.
The rations will be cut.
Team support finally sends Saab over the edge. Is that what's happening this week?
This might be the week that team support gives him his aneurysm. Saab dies from a heart attack.
We're gonna hear high-pitched screeching Saab like in camp games. Are you predicting that?
Yep. No, on a serious note, this should probably be like a lot of it depends on the map selection and how Mecha wants to play it, to be honest with us, or with you guys. I think the score would probably end up being somewhere like 50-40s, something like that. Could get very, very bad if you guys get desperate in that second half and we're up by like 20. Something like 2 battles, then you're forced to probably be more aggressive than you'd want to be. Mm-hmm. And then the score could get out of hand, But other than that, I hope, I think Deadweight is probably underperformed this season.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
People did not, at least me, I did not expect you guys to be where you are. So I think this would be a good fun match to play in. Definitely a lot better than last week's match. That match was awful.
Yeah. So,
no matter what, we won't camp you guys that much. Don't worry.
Thank God, please don't. It's so boring. It's so boring. Go ahead, Eric.
All right. Well, I agree with both your guys' points. If we manage to get like an early heavy lead, like I'm talking a full 2-battle lead, and we force you guys to push us, it can get ugly really quick. If you manage, like you said, in the first half of the SBs that we had, keep it close, it probably won't be too bad. I'm thinking like 50s, mid 30s. But if we manage to get that early 2-battle lead and force you guys to come to us because you guys don't play on this moral victory principle, you guys will actually try and push us, and we'll probably trade some of those battles, but it'll just continue to rack up the kills for us a little bit. And I do think the final score will more than likely be like 55-32.
Yeah, I agree with all those statements. We're definitely not going to camp. I don't believe in moral victories. A loss is a loss, no matter how close it is. So we'll definitely have to push you at the end, probably, if you have the lead. If somehow we get the lead, you guys will have to push us, so maybe Yosh has to switch from Nader.
Oh, let's not talk blasphemous over there.
Team support might deteriorate in front of our eyes if you guys have to push us. But yeah, I think it'll be a good match. I think this will be a big week for deadweight. We need to come out with at least one win, I think, for TG to not go full Madcorn. So hopefully we can pick up one. Hopefully at least one love and then keep it close for you guys. If not, try to steal a win from you guys. But yeah, I think it's a huge week for deadweight. As far as lineups go, I mean, is Champ showing Sunday or is it going to be Pister? I mean,
nobody knows.
Not sure. Yeah, I mean,
Champ, Chris, right?
He did say the second half of the season he'd be on more. So if he shows, yes, he's going to play over Pister. If not, Pister still slots into that 8th spot.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed Pister was very passive in the chokes on the SB on Sunday, so hopefully he can clean that up and be a little bit more towards the front. The south chokes are very scary on this map, so I think it's big what side you get. I think it's going to determine a couple matchups this week and the scores this week, because it's super hard to push the south rocks from the right with that skinny ass choke, but it's also super hard to push out of the left, so it's kind of depends on who's up. But other than that. Anything else about this week? Anything interesting? This is a USL Discord ban.
I'm honestly surprised he hasn't really spammed me in Discord PMs. I will be 100% honest with you, he hasn't. But he did ban me from FUP and Hellcats Discord, and has since taken to Dave's Discord to ping me there.
Is he banned on your guys? On the Justice?
I banned him immediately.
Wow.
No hesitation there. Moving on from that though, who's your player to watch this week?
Ooh. Player to watch for me is going to be Sabo. I need him to have a big game this week. For deadweight to win both of these matches, I think this is the week that Sabo shows up and he stunts out. He's had a couple weeks to get more familiarized with the game, and I think this is the week that we see that.
All right. What about you, Mecca? What you got?
I was actually going to say Sabo too. He's died quite a bit in SBs and everything, and but he hasn't played in a while. He's played 10 games in the past 10 years, so. But he's been super active, super on the ball. So I think, and he's, played with Fausto a lot, obviously, with TS and everything. So I also do think this is a week to break out, maybe limit some of those bad deaths and kind of carry that momentum into the playoffs. Other than that, I don't know, maybe Ernie, because Ernie's probably going to get most of our kills. Lead us in kills if I don't, so. But I think Sabo's a good pick there.
Okay. Well, you guys both took mine, so I'm going to say somebody else. I'm going to go with Fausto. I think that first week back, he was a little hesitant because he was rusty. Now that he's had 2 weeks back now, I think he's going to show that he's still a pretty strong Marine even while leading, and really help bolster and support Sabotage to make an impact. And put a little less pressure off of yourself, Ernie, and TG. TG with the honorable mention, because if I wasn't going to choose Fausto or Sabo, it would have been TG.
Yeah, TG. The good thing about TG is he can explode at any time. But yeah, I agree with Fausto as well. Yeah, in that species, he's been better and better. And I was telling him the other night, you've been away for years, and I trust you to hold the choke more than a lot of the other people in the game. Because he might die, but he'll hold it forever and he'll communicate. So, and that's priceless in this game. Let's see. I don't have anything else I got to go soon. Next week, maybe we'll do some award predictions. After we'll be 5-6 games into the season. Other than that, you guys have anything else for this week?
Yeah, just make sure to vote in the poll.
Yeah, make sure to vote in the poll. And yes, being on an active squad matters. However, if you aren't in the top 4, your vote isn't as important as the actual playoffs.
Whoa! It's not important. Oh my.
Then why vote?
Then why vote, Eric?
Okay, NFBA.
Yeah, just make sure you vote. You know,
There's only 37 votes right now.
Yeah, this round has until, when did I put it up? Yesterday, so by the time I get home from work tomorrow, which will be 11 p.m. Eastern, I'll take a look and see where we're at and move one of those maps off and put up the next poll.
Yep, sounds good. You guys heard it here, no excuse. We know you'll all listen to this, every single person who plays. Other than that, let's wrap up this week 4 of season 21. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Yep.